Hi friends, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the topic is acquired and inherited traits. What is acquired traits? Acquired traits which means a special character which has developed in that person during his lifetime, but the character will not pass from one generation to another generation. What is inherited traits? Inherited traits which means a special character will be formed in the person since the time of his birth, and this character will be passed from one generation to another generation. So this pictorial representation I have explained in this previous video in evolution topic. In this evolution topic we discussed about the two situation. What happened in the first situation? So in that first situation, the beetles, the variation happens in the 12 beetles. Among the 12 beetles, only one beetle turns to green in color. So the beetles always lives inside the bushes on the trees. So the green color leaf beetles will not be identified by the crows. So the green beetles will be escaped from the grove. That green beetle will generate the next generation with the help of sexual reproduction. And what will happen in the further generations? After 2 or 3 generations, all the beetles turns to green in color because all the red beetles will be eaten by the crow, but the green beetle will not be eaten by the crow because it hide themselves inside the bushes. So what happened to the second situations? So in that second situation also variations happens, but here instead of green, blue color beetle will be formed. So obviously red beetle and blue beetle will be identified by the crow, and both the beetles will be eaten by the crow. Obviously very less number of beetle will be present, and in between one elephant came. That elephant will keep the food on the bushes. So obviously whatever the beetles present inside the bushes will start to die off. So most of the red beetles will be die off, and very few number of blue beetles will be alive. That blue beetle will will produce the next generation with the help of sexual reproductions. So these two situations we discussed in the previous video. So what happened to the third situation? Though the third situation is the example for acquired and inherited traits. So what will happen? Let me see now. So see, as the beetle population begins to expand, here what will happen? The bushes start suffering from a plant disease. So the bushes will be attacked by a plant disease. So the amount of leaf material for the beetle is reduced. So what happened to the beetles now? Because the beetles will uptake the food from the leaf material. Now the leaf will be affected by plant disease. So the amount of leaf will be reduced. So the beetle cannot able to take more food because of very less amount of leaf. So the beetles are poorly nourished now. The average weight of adult bees are getting decreased, but there is no genetic changes occurring, which means the weight will not pass from one generation to the next generation. After few years and after few beetle generations of such scarcity situation, the plant disease is eliminated. So now, as usual, lot of leaf food will be available. Now, what would we expect the weight of the beetles to be? Is there any change in the weight of the beetles to be in the further generations? So obviously, if the weight of the beetle is reduced because of starvation condition, so that will not change the DNA of the germ cells, which means the weight will not pass from one generation to next generation. The character of the weight is not considered because it is not coming under germ cells. Low waist is not a trait that can be inherited by the progeny of a starving beetle. Even in some generations of beetles are low in weight because of starvation. That is not an example of evolution. The changes is not inherited over generations. So evolution will be happen when the changes happens only in the germ cells. Change in non-reproductive tissue cannot be passed on to the DNA of the germ cells. So whatever the changes happens in the reproductive tissues only will cause a variation and it leads to evolution. If any changes happens in the somatic cells other than germ cells, if any changes happens in the somatic cells, so that changes will be continuing in that particular lifetime only. So the changes happens in the somatic cell will not pass to the next generation, but the changes happens in the germ cells will pass to the next generations and it will cause the variation. Ultimately, it leads to evolution. So let me see another example. We can take a group of mice and we allow the mice to breed. All the progeny will have tails as we expected. So if the tails of these mice are removed by surgery in each generation, do these tailless mice have tailless progeny? The answer is no, because removal of tail cannot change the genes of the germ cells of mice. Tail, it contains only the somatic cells. It doesn't have any reproductive cells. So because the changes happens only in the somatic cells, so the somatic cell changes will not carry over to the next generations. If the changes happens only in the reproductive cells, that character alone will pass to the next generations. That leads to variation. At last, it leads to evolution. Okay, children, I hope you all understood about what is an acquired trait and what is an inherited trait. Acquired trait, which means the character will not pass to the next generation. Inherited trait, which means the changes which happens in the special character will carry over to the next generation. Okay, dear, if you have any doubt, you can call me. I'll clarify your doubts. Thank you.